Fishing is important to me because I enjoy nature, so it allows me to enjoy nature. It's also a stress reliever. Just come out here and just relax and spend time with nature. Bass fishing is my favorite because it's challenging. I really like the challenge. Bass are they're a species of fish that is very temperamental. Depending on the conditions, you never know what kind of lures they're going to want or how they want them. So I find that interesting, and that's why it's my favorite. I started fishing when I was a child. Probably about 2 years old. My dad bought me a Mickey Mouse fishing pole and kind of just took off from there. My best memory of fishing is when my dad and I went to Wisconsin Dells on a fishing trip. We ended up catching over 20 plus fish, over 3 pounds. It was a pretty good time, a lot of fun. A good fisherman is able to establish a pattern pretty quickly. A good pattern, and usually my formula for it is finding the fish, finding what they want, and present that lure, whatever technique to them a certain way. And by doing that, you kind of have to be real patient, and you have to be dedicated to doing that. Yes, it is very differently, and it's a lot more challenging. It's a lot more fast-paced. You can't really take your time with establishing that certain pattern. You have to figure it out quickly before somebody else does. And there's a lot more pressure. Sometimes there's a lot of money on the line, especially when you get into like the more professional events and whatnot. There's millions of dollars on the line. Sometimes it's fame. Some people go out there for the fame. Yeah, it's a lot more difficult. There's people going out there going after the same fish you are, and if you don't find that pattern of those fish, it could be over pretty quickly for you. Alright, I'm going to show you the drop shot. I prefer to use a spinning rod. I feel a little more sensitive. Typically you want a long rod with nice soft and fast tip like this here, with a decent solid backbone. The drop shot, what you do is you tie a hook with the Palomar knot, and the extra line, you just tie a weight at the end. That's all you got to do, and you just put whatever soft plastic right here. I'm using a 4-inch finesse worm. Nose hooked it, and all you do, you can pitch it or cast it. I'll cast it. Which once you cast it out, you'll let it hit the bottom, and here it goes in the water. So when the worm is in the water, it looks like this. Basically, all you gotta do is literally twist this thing back and forth with the weight on the bottom. This drives fish nuts. The shaking of the tail, just like that. Irresistible to fish once you put it in front of them. Alright, the second lure I'm going to show you is the jig. I'm going to show you imitates a crawfish. I'll show you how to do this. I prefer a casting reel and rod for this. Just makes it a lot easier. What you do is usually you pitch it out like that. Then it sinks to the bottom, and you just twitch it back to you. That's all you gotta do. Works great around rocks. Bass are always hanging around rocks trying to find these crawfish. See, right, they're just bouncing up and down. Make some noise. Throw a little dirt around in there. Bass will go nuts when they see this.